The Community Crunch came out today with a roadmap update. So it sounds like they listened to everyone's feedback, and let's see what they have. First of all, they have the Rhinogatha, the community creature winner from January. As you can see, we have a human right here, and it is this Rhinogatha is larger than that human, so it's one large insect. We still believe it can pick up 2 medium-sized creatures, so let's hope that for something cool like that. And here is what, so this is the Community Crunch 356 Arc Road Map Update, and it has the Rhinogatha concept and more. So here's the Rhinogatha concept. And this is what they have to say. We appreciate your patience as we digested the feedback and consulted with our partners to revise our upcoming plans. As always, we're very grateful to have such a passionate player base, and we hear and understand your concerns. We've decided to make some changes and provide additional information as to why we're taking this approach, so please bear with us as we address some points. The price point and bundle. First things first, we are scrapping the Arc Respond bundle. Our intention behind this was to provide a package where you essentially got 2 products for the price of 1. In hindsight, not the best move. Our bad. We recognize how combining Arc Survival Ascended with Arc 2 and requiring further DLC upgrades wasn't optimal, especially since you wouldn't be able to judge Arc 2 as no gameplay or content would be available yet. Here are our new plans. Arc Survival Ascended will now be a standalone package released on every platform: PC, Windows, Steam, Xbox Series S and X, and PlayStation 5 at $59.99. So at $60, which is $10 more than what the bundle was going to be. The package will include the following pieces of content built in, not sold separately, with each remastered and altered for the next gen. So it'll include the Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration, Extinction Gen 1, Gen 2, all the community-created maps are also to be released over time in 2024. So, Fjordor, Ragnarok, The Center, Lost Island, Valguero, Crystal Isles. So you basically get everything that is currently out for $60. And it also will include the Scorched Earth map of Survival of the Fittest. So you'll have 2 Survival of the Fittest maps to choose from. So that is kind of nice, but I just want to clarify that this is only for next gen consoles or next gen systems. So PS4 and Xbox One are not included for ASA. So let's look at, they did provide a little better timeline here. The Island will be at launch. Survival of the Fittest with the Island and Scorched Earth will be at launch. The Scorched Earth map will be at launch. And then by the end of the year, Aberration will be out. From January through March, they want to have Extinction out. Along with Gen 1 will be between January and March. And then April through June will be Gen 2. And now all the community created maps will be released over time in 2024, which means it's saying that we have to wait till next year, and they're not providing any time commitment here rather than the entire year of 2024, which will kind of suck because a lot of people like the community-based maps. And no longer a backward compatible free update. Initially, when we had first considered doing a Unreal 5 upgrade, we planned just to port the Switch version of the game and undo the graphical limitations required for that hardware. We weren't going to maximize the potential of the new tech. We weren't going to introduce new gameplay changes. We weren't going to make critical design changes that would have had an impact on existing save data. After carefully considering what would be the best outcome for those who enjoy Ark Survival Evolved and who would want to continue to enjoy it in the years to come, we decided that our initial plan would not be sufficient. We want to provide you with an evergreen classic Ark experience, one that can continue to grow over time on a cleaned up code basis, making use of the new technological advancements not only in the industry but also in what we are working on with Ark 2. We weren't trying to mislead you with earlier comments. Our plans and overall intentions changed. So you're probably asking, why don't we make these upgrades to the original Ark Survival Evolved? Frankly, it would not be viable. Many of the changes we're making in Ark Survival Ascended will touch a lot of aspects of the game. It'll invalidate save data. Some mods may not be functional. Some things may not play the same way as they did before, and we didn't want to change that experience for those who prefer it or are unable to upgrade. This also impacted our decision to sunset the ASE official network offline on August 31st, shortly before the ASA launch. Despite ASE officials representing the minority of players on Ark, so right here, they're saying that official players are the minority of players on Ark, which honestly isn't really all that surprising to me. It's an invested and passionate group with attachments to their bases, tames, and characters, and seeing that go away can't be easy. So they're admitting that their official players are hardcore and definitely vested in their official experience. While we know it's not the same, we hope making the saves available for unofficial use helps diminish the loss. So if you have your own server or want to play your game, continue your game on solo player, you still can. They'll probably give you a backup file that you can start your server from or something like that. Our reasoning behind the decision is that those servers are essentially based on old technology and require significant development resources and time for our teams to operate and maintain. In some cases, the issues aren't as easily solvable without an overall upgrade. Additionally, we know that those resources could be better utilized on fundamentally new technology to further enhance the overall game experience for all players. ASE will be available to play for those who choose to. That includes multiplayer through unofficial player-hosted sessions, the endless amount of mods on the Steam Workshop, and all the game content as you currently know it. All of that is going to remain, but after 8 years of development, we have to make the difficult decision of sunsetting ASE and the official network in order to provide that truly long-term and evergreen version of the game through ASA. We'll be sending off ASE with one final content update for our 8th anniversary this June, releasing the fan-elected creature, Rhiniogata. Keep an eye out next week for its dossier. And then again, you see the graphic right there. We plan to support Ark Survival Ascended with new features, including at launch, content drops, creatures, items, structures, and DLC. Our roadmap covered some of those planned changes, and we said that there would be more, and here's another preview. Dynamic navigation, mesh, and creature pathfinding overhaul. So AI pathfinding, a photo mode, NVIDIA DLSS, dino and baby management quality of life, wild babies, which will be interesting how that happens and what that means, snap point improvements, which would be great, new snaps, logic improvements, character creation and customization improvements. So that means you can have more than 5 different characters in the game, because I kind of felt like the character creation was kind of basic, at least on the vanilla version of the game. Cross-platform multiplayer and full blueprint modding. I know we've mentioned this before, but we're serious. It's happening on PC and consoles at launch, and we've got it working internally with Overwolf technology. This dramatically changes the nature of the console experience. And this list is not exhaustive. We're hoping to get even more done, and the only reason we aren't covering all of those details right now is that we're still working on them. It's taken a significant amount of resources and time at the studio, and we don't want to commit to other particular features unless we're sure we can get them in for launch. And yeah, we may miss our deadline on certain aspects, but they'll come in over time as we continue to support this next generation of Ark. At the end of the day, these are just words and frankly may not mean so much. That's okay. We understand what will really convince you is seeing screenshots and the gameplay trailer, and you will in time. We know there are going to be more questions, and we'll be sharing more details over time. We're not quite ready to pull back the curtains just yet. So we hope you'll hang in there with us, survivors. It'll be worth the wait. Studio Wildcard. Okay, so that's the roadmap update. Now there's one more thing I wanted to cover in here. There is going to be a community creature submission. So we get to choose a new creature for ASA that will be available at launch. So let's kick off the first piece of major new content for ASA, a fan-voted real-world creature that will launch on day 1. Please note that this creature will be released for Scorched Earth, so make sure your real-world submissions are in theme with that map. We'll also be adding an additional real-world creature for each subsequent canonical expansion pack map release on Ark Survival Ascended. Check out the creature submission guidelines for more information on the submission process, and hop over to the creature submission forum to see the current entries. The entry period will end at 1 p.m. Pacific on April 21st, so don't wait. Get your ideas in. We are looking forward to seeing your ideas come to life. So we get to submit new creature ideas for ASA in theme with Scorched Earth, and then we get to vote on the finalists. So let's go get it.